One of the sources about medieval cuisine and food and manners is The Baby's Book, which is a medieval manners for the young. It's a very interesting book which gives us some information about how to behave on the table, and how you should decorate the table, and all the manners of hygiene and cleanliness, and all matters of food and table etiquette. And this book is interesting because it's a collection of writings from across different areas of the medieval Europe. So let's listen to this passage.
The duties of a panter or butler. The first year, my son, you shall be panter or butler. In the pantry, you must always keep 3 sharp knives, one to chop the loaves, another to pare them, and a third, sharp and keen, to smooth and square the trenchers with. Always cut your lord's bread, and see that it be new, and all the other bread at the table 1 day old ere you cut it. All household bread 3 days old, and trencher bread 4 days old. Look that your salt be fine, white, fair, and dry, and have your salt plane of ivory 2 inches wide and 3 long, and see to it that the lid of the salt cellar touch not the salt. Good son, look that your napery be sweet and clean, and that your tablecloth, towel, and napkin be folded neatly, your table knives brightly polished, and your spoons fair washed. Ye wot well what I mean. Look ye have 2 wine augers, a greater and a less, some gutters of boxwood that fit them, also a gimlet to pierce with, a tap and a bung, ready to stop the flow when it is time. So when you broach a pipe, good son, do after my teaching, pierce or bore with an auger or gimlet, slanting upward, 4 fingers' breadth from the lower rim, so as not to cause the least to rise, I warn you especially. Take good heed to the wines, red, white, and sweet. Look to them every night with a candle, to see that they neither ferment nor leak. Never forget to wash the heads of the pipes with cold water every night, and always carry a gimlet, adze, and linen clouts, large and small. If the wine ferment, ye shall know it by its singing, so keep at hand a pipe of couleur de rose that has been spent in drinking, and add to the fermentation the dregs of this, and it shall be amended. If sweet wine be sick or pallid, put it in a romany to improve it. Office of a carver. My son, thy knife must be clean and bright, and it beseems thee to have thy hands fair washed. Hold always thy knife surely, so as not to hurt thyself, and have not more than 2 fingers and the thumb on thy keen knife. Midway in thy hand, set the end of thy haft firmly, and unlace and mince with the thumb and 2 fingers only. In cutting and placing bread, and voiding of crumbs and trencher, look you have skill with 2 fingers and the thumb. Likewise, never use more for fish, flesh, beast or fowl. That is courtesy. Touch no manner of meat with thy right hand, but with thy left, as is proper. Always with thy left hand grasp the loaf with all thy might, and hold thy knife firmly as I have instructed thee. Ye do not right to soil your table, nor to wipe your knives on that, but on your napkin. Always with thy left hand grasp the loaf with all thy might, and hold thy knife firmly as I have instructed thee. Ye do no right to soil your table, nor to wipe your knives on that, but on your napkin. First, take a loaf of trenchers in your left hand, then your table knife, as I have said before, and with its edge raising your trencher up by you as near the point as you may, lay it before your lord. Right so set 4 trenchers, one by another, 4 square, and upon them a single trencher alone. And take your loaf of light bread, as I have told you, and cut with the edge of the knife near your hand. First, pare the quarters of the loaf round all about, and cut the upper crust for your lord, and bow to him, and suffer the other part to remain still at the bottom, and so nice bent out, and lay him of the crumbs a quarter of the loaf. Touch not the loaf after it is so trimmed. Put it on a platter or on the before-named alms dish. Make clean your board that ye be not blamed, and so shall the sewer serve his lord, and neither of you be vexed. Now fair befall ye farther, and well may ye achieve. For these points by practice I hope full well to prove. And yet shall I pray for you daily while that I live, both for body and soul, that God you guide from grief.